This conference will now be recorded.
Hello guys. Okay. So yesterday we just finished our demo session. Can you tell me what are the things we just saw in our demo session about Python?
Like the intro about the Python and the advantages and types of programming languages.
Okay. First tell me, according to you, what is Python now?
Python is a OOPS programming language,
Okay.
and
So yes, okay. Tell me.
it's used for exceptional handling and error handling.
Okay. So programming languages will have exception handling and error handling. Okay. And then
And it also has built-in functions, and there are two and three, Python 2 and Python 3 as well. So there are differences which you'll be taking ahead.
yeah, exactly. We have those things. And
And the applications of Python, like it's applied in web development or data science or automation or software development, game development.
good, exactly. Okay, so these are the areas where we can apply our Python. Okay, so these are the things we saw yesterday as an overview. Today, we are going to see about introduction to Python. So before that, I will tell you some facts about Python. Before starting the introduction, I will tell you some major facts about Python. So I will tell you like Python is on Mars. So, do you know anything about Mars rover?
No.
No idea.
Okay. So, Mars rover is a vehicle made by NASA. Okay. So, it's like it's in the Mars planet is there, right? Mars planet. So it is there. It's like a vehicle. So it is especially we have a Python package for that one Mars rover. So which is used to record, process the images and videos. So it will take pictures, videos in from Mars and send it to the Earth. Okay, by using our Python package. So there we are using Python. So Python is on Mars. And then before you all joining, Amulya asked me something about some Py3 and all. So Python has multiple flavors. Okay, so multiple flavors is nothing but the multiple implementation way of Python we can say. So in various languages. So C Python. So that is the standard Python which we are using now, which is written in C language. So every program or software base is C language. Okay, that will be every programming languages made with C language. Okay, and Python is also standard and made with C language. And what we are using is C Python. The nickname of Python 3 is C Python. And Zython, I mean. Zython is nothing but, it is made with Java. So here Python code is compiled using Java bytecode and executed by JVM. So just remember the terms of multi flavors, okay, like C Python, Zython is there, and then Iron Python. It is written with C sharp language and PyPy. So it is nothing but Python, written using Python itself. I told you C Python we are using, which is written in C language. We have PyPy, which is written in Python itself. Okay. And MicroPython, it's like microcontroller. It's run on the microcontroller. So like that, we have multiple flavors in Python. But the thing is, we are using is C Python, which is written in C language. Okay. I told you something, right? So every language or software base is C language. They are made it with C language, I told you. So in which language C has written? Any idea?
Sorry, Panu, come again.
Every language is written in C language, I told you. Okay. So in which language C is written? Can you understand my question?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah. See, programming language, what we are seeing is the thing which understandable by us, right? So to make that possible, we will use something. So for that, before developing a Python, we should have a another language to create that Python, right? For Java also, Java is also written in C. Written is nothing but developing the language. Okay, so C language is written in assembly language, which is a machine understandable language. So this is what I came to say. So every language and softwares are written in C language, and C language is written in assembly language. This will be a important interview question, just remember this one. And we can define infinite value in Python. That is an added advantages, because many languages will not support infinite value, infinity value. But in Python we can define infinite value, and Python can return multiple values. So in function we will return something, right? So Python can return multiple values, but other language will not support multiple returns. Okay. And Python influences JavaScript. There are so many languages. Uh, I mean, totally nine languages influenced by uh, JavaScript. Python is one among them. Okay, and then for reversing a string, we can use a single line of expression in Python, which is not possible in other languages. And then, else statement. So for loop and all, we can have else in Python, which is not there in other things. Okay. So these are the simple fact about Python. I hope you understand this one. Let's move on to the introduction now. Today is day one class for us. Let me share my screen. Okay. So, what is Python? Python is a high level, general purpose, interpreted, object oriented programming language. So, here, what is high level now?
Machine understandable
Machine
language.
understandable language.
High levels, human understandable language.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. Human
Low level
understandable.
is,
Sorry, sorry. Low
yes.
level is high. Machine
Yes,
understandable.
machine understandable language. So this is a language which made by us to communicate with the machine. So we will say in our term, I will tell you in the background how it is changing to a machine code. Okay, so we will convey that in our language, and the system will convey that into the low level language. So that process I will explain you after this one. Okay, so it is a general purpose language and also interpreted. What is mean by interpreted language? So interpreted language is nothing but if any error comes in in your thousand lines of code means, then it will be stopped there itself. Okay, so once you just completed, I mean refining that one, then only it will be move on to the next line. Otherwise, the program will stop there itself. It will not run the next line. So that will be easy for us to identify where the program is stuck. Okay, or where we need to make changes. So that is called interpreted language. And object oriented programming language, it 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 just follows the oops principle. So oops principle is nothing but classes, object, polymorphism, abstraction, encapsulation, we can say inheritance. Those are called oops principle, and Python is following this one. So these are the definition about Python. And coming to this one, Python is a popular programming language, we know that. Okay, and developed by Guido von Rosen in 1991. So Java is developed in 1994, right? But Python is developed in 1991. So, but recently only Python is popular. Before that, no one knows Python, right? The main thing about this one is, you know what? in the early stage of programming, no one accepted Python as a, you know, it's a programming language. So they just thought it's like a fun language. It doesn't looks like a programming language when it compared with a C language, C++, Java and all. Python doesn't looks like a programming language. So initially it is not recognized by everyone. But at 1994, Java is developed, but everyone thought that, Java looks like a programming language. They accepted that one, and it was popular till now. Then recently, due to this easy syntax, easy to learn factors, Python became popular now. And Python name comes from the founder's favorite, Monty Python's Flying Circus. The Python is not Python snake. Okay, so it's a BBC a comedy serial, that is Monty Python Flying Circus. So the author likes that serial very much, so he just kept that name to Python. So this is the naming behind Python. Okay, so just remember this one. So the developer is Guido von Rossen. In 1991 it is developed, but recently it is popular now. Okay, what are the reasons to learn Python? So okay, why we should learn Python? So the first thing is it is easy to use. So a beginner who doesn't know anything about programming can easily learn Python and he can use that one. That is one added advantage too. And extensive support libraries. I already told you, Python has plenty of libraries, standard libraries. So what we can do is we can simply import that in our program and use it. We don't need to worry about installing and all. So the major things which is in the advanced level, we will, that also we can install it in a seconds. It will not take you much time. So that is called extensive library support. It has huge number of libraries you can easily use for your program. For gaming, we have pygame. For testing, we have pytest, pydev. Like that, we have for everything, for what are the things you need to do, for everything we have, libraries, so we don't need to worry about that. And machine learning, so Python is in artificial intelligence. So comparing with the other languages, Python is very compatible with AI. So that's the added advantage about Python. So recently we are moving forward with AI, and Python supports AI when comparing with the other languages, and it is popular in machine learning. Extensible. What is mean by extensible? So extensible is nothing but it can be integrated with any languages like she and she sharp. Okay, we can integrate this one with other language too. And embeddable. So that is for embedded devices, that is included in an application. Okay, and this Raspberry Pi is nothing but microprocessor. So it is speed, and it is used in the web development. Server side scripting, so it employs scripts on the web server. So web server scripting is possible with Python, a less limited programming approach. As I told you, the syntax of Python is very simple and easy to learn, and it is beginner friendly. The term is called beginner friendly. So anyone who doesn't know anything about the IT industry or anything about the programming languages can also easily learn Python. So it is that much easy, because it's like learning a English language. It will not looks like a learning a complex program. Okay, that is the great thing about Python. Coming to this one, where is Python used? Yesterday we saw. So web development, desktop applications, software development in the education field, database access, network programming, game development, 3D graphics. These are the areas where we can use Python. That is where we can apply Python. And then companies which is currently using Python. So the popular companies like YouTube, NASA, Netflix, Facebook, Google, Amazon, Spotify, like this, Nokia, like that. Most popular, companies are integrated now with Python. They just changed their projects with Python. So that is the added advantage of Python now. So everywhere Python is there. And then how Python works. So before learning a language, first we should know how it is working. We know that we simply type something in the user interface. That is, I'm going to type import something and print hello world, and the output will comes like hello world. We know something we typed and we got the output, but background, what's happening? So before learning something, we should always know how it is working in the back end. Okay, so for that I will show you some diagram now. This one. So how Python works. So code editor is nothing but we have a language now in our hand, that is called Python. But where we should type that Python code? You learn Python, and where you have to type that one, that is called IDE, Integrated Development Environment. We have a software for that one. So where we are going to type our codes. Generally we will use for Python, we can use a PyCharm, Anaconda, and then we can use Eclipse and Visual Studio Code. Okay, so Python is PyCharm is very good one for Python, but the only thing is in PyCharm what will happen is it is a trial version. So after 1 month you need to pay for it. Okay, so in the enterprise level we can use that one. So for that purpose in our class we are going to use Visual Studio, so Visual Studio Code. And so that is our code editor where we are going to type our code. Using Visual Studio Code, we will type our code. I will show you that one. So this is my Visual Studio Code. I will type it here. So generally, if I need to, type my first code means what I will do is, let me create some package. Okay, so this one, open a folder, and then in my desktop I'm going to create a package now. So new folder. So I need to do the session now. Once again, what happened? Okay, it's a little bit slow right now. Once again, so like this I will open a package, and then inside that one what I should do is I have to create a file. That is, for now I will tell you demo.py. So this py is very important, this extension. So without this extension the Python, I mean this code editor will not accept this as a Python language. So this .py is very important after our file name. Okay, so you have to understand that one. Okay, so now I am going, this is my code editor, and I am going to type print hello world. So I just simply run this one, and it is telling me like hello world, but I gave something for print statement and I got the output. What is the background process? Okay, so how it is turned to hello world now. So that .py file I told you, right, the demo.py file, that is our source file. Okay, so the very beginning level of programming, what we have created is nothing but source file. So this source file will be entered into the compiler. So what is the purpose of this compiler? The compiler will convert this source file into bytecode. Bytecode is nothing but machine code. Okay, so this is called high level language. We talking about high level languages, right? So this is called high level language, which is understandable by the humans. Okay, that format will be first created. So you can understand this one, right? Print hello world. Okay, I can understand this one. So I need to make the machine to print that one. So that's the job will be done by the compiler, and the source file will be sent to the compiler, and that will be changed to .pyc file. PYC is nothing but bytecode. This source file will be converted into bytecode, that is low level language. So here, while you are typing, it will be a high level language. After entering into the compiler, then it will be like a low level language, which is understandable by the machine. Okay, so then after converting, it will enter into the virtual machine. So this virtual machine, Python virtual machine, the purpose of virtual machine is nothing but, if I am using this file in my system, this .py file in my system, and I'm sharing this .py file to you, means it should work perfectly in your system too. Okay, so that is the main purpose of virtual machine. It's to operate same thing in all the machines without any error. The same thing, the same output should come in all the machines. We are using that one. So for that, we are using this virtual machine, and then it has in the virtual machine has so many libraries, inbuilt libraries in it. So that's why it is possible. And the process, right? So the source code is converted into the byte code, and it will be in the virtual machine, so that in future, if you share the file, means it can be run in all the machines you are using. Like I'm using Windows, you're using Mac, and the other person will be using Linux, means it should be happen like that, because Python is a uh, platform independence is nothing but operating system. It can work in any operating system. So for that purpose, we have this one, and this complete processor is done by Python interpreter. Okay, so this is the place where the source file is converted into bytecode and then stored in the virtual machine. Okay, so these binary code, that is, here it will be in the form of a English language, like a English language, Python language, and then it will be converted into the binary code. Binary code is nothing but machine understandable code, which will be always in zeros and ones. Okay, that is called binary code. Machine understandable code is nothing but binary code. So human understandable thing is English, right? So like that, machine understandable code is zeros and ones. That is binary code. So hello world will be converted in binary code. Then it will be, in the output, it will again converted into a human understandable code, and it will be displayed. So this print statement will go backside, and the compiler will change this into machine code, that byte code, so that the machine can understand what we are requesting the system to do it now, program to do it now. And then it will verify that, and then it will change that to the output, will be changed again to a human understandable thing, and we are getting this one. So in the backside, our code will be taken, that is called source code, will be converted into byte code, and the machine will understand what our general request is. Okay, so then it will act accordingly, and then it will produce the output again, which is understandable by the human. Okay, this is called high level language. So it will convert that one to high level language. So up to this one, do you have any doubts, guys?
No, it's clear.
Are you all clear with this one?
Yes.
Okay, sure. So this is a basic thing about Python. Okay, so coming to data structures. So what does mean by data structure? Do you have any idea about data structures?
Arranging sort of data in the form
We
of
can
arrays
say
like
like
that.
that, arranging data. But in what? We will use alphabets, we will use, integers, like that. We have to use data types, right? So that is called data structures. We will see in Python what are the data types we have now. So we already finished about what is Python. Now we can go for the Python data structure. So this is the simple thing we already saw. So Python is a popular programming language developed by Guido van Rossum in 1991, and the name comes from Python Monty Flying Circus. Okay, I mean Monty Python Flying Circus, which is a BBC comedy serial. Okay, and it is used for web development, software development, system scripting, mathematics, like that. We have so many applications where we can fit our Python. Okay, coming to this one, Python syntax is this much easy. So if you say print, you know, Python here, if you say Python to print something, it will directly print this one. Let me show you that one now. I told it to print hello world, and I told it to print 100. Let's see whether it is printing or not. See, hello is also printed, and 10 is also printed. This is nothing but, you know, it is understanding what to print now. So you can simply do this one. Yesterday we saw that in Java, for the same thing we need to give, 6 lines of code. But in Python, it is just a simple word that is called print. So this Python syntax is this much easy. And coming to data structure, so we have two different types of data structure. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, but the screen is bit lagging. So still we are seeing
Yes.
Python syntax. Yeah,
Okay,
now it is showing data
now,
structures.
okay, fine. So data structures, okay. So it has two types. One is primitive data type and non-primitive data type. So while coming to primitive data type is nothing but it will, it will have only the same type of data. Okay, so if you take integer means it can hold only the integer values because it is integer, right? The name itself telling it is integer. And float means it will have only the floating point values, decimal point values. And string means it will contain some series of characters, is nothing but string. So like Python is a popular language, if I say means that is a string now. And boolean, coming to boolean, boolean is nothing but either it will be true or false, that is the value it is going to hold. So primitive data type is nothing but it can hold only single data type value. Integer means integer, float means float, like that. But coming to non-primitive data types, so non-primitive data types is nothing but it's like it can hold multiple data type inside it. So here we have two types, one is built-in and another one is user defined. So this one is a very advanced level, uh, you know uh, user defined is a very advanced level topic, I will tell you. Now you just have a glance on this one. And built-in is nothing but list, tuple, set, and dictionary. And user defined is nothing but stack, queue, and tree graph. The difference between built-in and user defined is built-in is already there in the compiler. You can, like integer, float, you can directly go and type this one. Okay, you can use it. But user defined is whenever the programmer or developer need this one, they will create it and use it. That is the difference between built-in and user defined. So these are about data structures. So coming to this one, I told you primitive data type is allows you to store only single data type values, but non-primitive data type will allow you to store multiple data type values. Okay, so up to
Can
this
you
one, do you have any doubt? Yes.
can you increase the size of your screen, please? Is it possible?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Please come again.
I say when you use the screen, your screen, can you increase it to 100%, please? It's because
Okay.
it looks
Is it
small.
okay?
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah. It's fine, fine right now. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So primitive data type and non-primitive data type, I told you. So coming to primitive data type first. So we have integer, float, string, and boolean here. So integer. So integer is nothing but. So before coming to this point, I have to tell you some interesting fact in Python. So in other languages, while using a data type, what they will do is we need to mention the data type every time. Like I will tell you in Java means I need to import some module like import OS, like that. Okay. Then what I should do is, like yesterday, we need to we need to create the class first, and then inside the class we need to create the function, and then inside the function what we need to do is, if you are going to print that integer value, means I need to mention integer here. Okay, and then a equal to 100. Fine, a equal to 100, and I need to use system dot out dot println. So here I need to say a. Okay, then only the program will run. In other languages like C, if you take C, you have to mention the data type along with this one. And if you use C++, Java, every language you have to mention this one. But when coming to Python, I told you, right, Python is very intelligent with this one. Okay, I simply gave print 100. It didn't ask me which type of data type here, but in other language it will produce some error for us. Okay, so that is the difference between other language in Python. You can simply directly use this one. If I want to say a equal to 200, and if I say print A, means it will directly print for me. See, 200 it is printing. I don't need to mention whether it is an integer. I don't need to mention whether it is a floating point. So at the compiling time, at the runtime, it will decide what type of data type it is. So it will already identify, that is, it will already knows that what we are using here, without mentioning what type of data type here. So that is the added advantage of Python when comparing it with the other programming languages. Okay, guys, are you clear with this concept?
Yes.
Okay, fine. So coming to this one, so first, integer. What is mean by integer? So it is a whole number without any decimal point. It can be a positive one or negative one, but it should not contain any decimals, that is floating point value. So I can say 100 is a whole number, right? 190, like that. So that is the thing. And coming to floating point is nothing but it will have some decimal point with positive or negative values, like this. And then string. So string is nothing but what are the things we saw in a website, that is on that and all made with strings. Okay, so let me show you Amazon site now. So here, this and all will, like, this is the visible part, right? So if I place my thing, this is the visible part. These and all made with strings. This is called strings actually. Okay, so just understand this one. This is and all made with strings only. So string will be converted into array in Python. So array is nothing but, right, I can tell you it will be like some place where we will store our values. I will tell you when I coming to the string concept. And strings in Python are surrounded by either with single quotation or double quotation. Both will be possible in Python. So in other languages, some will accept only the single quotation and other will accept only the double quotations. But in Python, we can use both the things. Let me clarify you that one. So this is an example for integer. Anyone called me?
Zeus, come here.
Okay. So this is the example for integer and this is the example for floating point. And I can say for a string, I can say word equal to, I can simply print like print this one. So I'm using double quotation first. Hi dude. So I will just run this one and see I got hi dude here. So instead of this one, I'm going to use single quotation 2. So that is also printing. So anything which comes under single or double quotation will be identified as a string. Okay, so if I pass numbers here, then that will also be string. That is inside a quotation. If I gave integer value, floating point value means, then anything inside that one will be considered as a string. That one I will tell you later. Okay, how to identify that one in the next level topics I will tell you. And next one is boolean. So boolean is nothing but it will evaluate any value and identify whether it is true or false. Okay, so the statement it will just execute and evaluate that one whether and give you the result as true or false. So for example, this one, let me show you this one. Okay, so let me type it here. So print, I can say 1 is greater than 10. Let me check this one. See, it is saying false. Here also, we didn't use any identifier like integer, float, boolean like that, bool, like other languages. But it is actually giving the answer in boolean terms. Okay, so this is that much smart to identify these things. And the next one is 1 less than 10, and it will be like true. Fine. So the thing is 1 double, sorry, double equal to 10. So here we are using single equal to, but here we are using double equal to. What is the main difference between these two, guys? Any idea?
Double equal means not equal.
Come again?
Double equal means it's not equal.
Okay, it's not equal. Actually, the thing is that here A
It's the
is a variable.
comparison.
Okay, come again? Yes, comparison. Correct. Exactly. The term is comparison. So here what we are doing is we are fixing the value to the variable that it will be 20 only. Okay. So here we are fixing the value, but here we are evaluating. That is, we are checking that whether A equal to 10 or not. Okay, we are evaluating here. So always a difference between equal to and evaluating. So equal to, that is single equal to, is fixing the value to the variable, that is the variable value is this only. It is fixing that one. But here what we are doing is we are evaluating whether it is equal to or not. Okay, that is the main difference between equal to and double equal to, and this is also a important interview question, guys. So please remember this one. Let me run this one. False, because 1 is not equal to 10, so that is it is false. So let's check. 1 is equal to 1 or not. So that is false now. Okay, guys, so these are the things about primitive data type. So anyone can tell me what is data structure now? So that is nothing but we saw the data types which are we are using in Python, right? So what are the two types of data types?
Primitive and non-primitive,
Exactly. So primitive and non-primitive. And what is mean by primitive?
which holds sort of a single data type, whereas non-primitive holds multiple data type.
Exactly. So single will I mean primitive will have only the single data type values, whereas
Yeah.
non-primitive will hold the multiple data type values. Okay. So in primitive, what are the things we saw?
We have integer, boolean, string, and float.
Yes. So those things we saw. And what is integer?
which is directly sort of direct numbers.
Okay, direct numbers. And then whole
Whereas
numbers, we
float
can
is,
say
yeah,
whole
whole numbers.
numbers.
Yes, yes.
Okay, then
And float is sort of decimals, 1.2, 1.3, something like that.
yeah.
And strings is a combination of characters, and the boolean is it's gonna to tell whether it is true or false.
Okay, and string, what are the visible things we saw in a website, that those and all made with string, and in future we can convert string into array. Okay, guys. So these are the simple things we saw about primitive data type. The other part is very important. Okay, in Python, list, tuples, dictionary set are very important topics. Okay, that one we will see tomorrow. Let's before that, let's install our Python in our machines. So you're all using your system now, right?
Yeah, we are using.
Okay, I will share my screen. Let's finish the installation today so that you can follow me from tomorrow. This one. So first type Python. So see this one, right? So python.org. This is the original website of Python. So we can directly go there, and from downloads you can see Python 3.12.4. That is the latest version of Python. We are using that one. So just download this one. So here in the left side you can see for Windows means you can download this one. For others like Mac OS means please click this one and install this one. And for other platforms just click this one. For Linux, Unix and all, please use this one. Okay, guys. So while downloading this one, can anyone share your screen to me? In your machine I will show you. I already have Python in my machine. So in your machine I can tell you how to install that one. Anyone is ready to share your screen with me?
If I have a question, if I have Python installed on my machine, but version 2, so should I delete it?
Version 2,
And,
you have Python 2.
yeah, should I delete it and install version
Yeah,
4,
you please
or I can
uninstall
update,
that one. You can, after
uninstall?
the class, you just listen to this installation. After the class, uninstall your Python in from the control panel, and then restart your machine
Okay, and install
and do
again.
your
Yeah,
installation. Okay, uninstall
thanks.
and restart your machine, and then do your installation, because some catch files may be there. To avoid that, always uninstalling and doing a restart is the best option. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sure, thank you. So anyone is willing to share your screen now? Can you help me with that one?
I already have Python in my machine.
The latest version?
Yeah, yeah, which is 3.12.
Okay, Soumya, Anu, Sai, anyone is
I
there?
have logged in from my mobile, Bhanu, so I'll not be able to.
Okay, okay, sure. Okay, the thing is that it's a simple installation only. You can, click this. You have to click this one, and it will start your downloads here. And after that, when you start to install this one, see this one. For me, it is showing like modify, repair, and uninstall. But for you, a screen will be appear. Okay, so here a checkbox will be there that add path. Okay, that add path is very important. You have to click that checkbox and you have to install it. So the only thing is you have to click that add path checkbox and do your installation. Okay, guys. So that is the thing you have to do after finishing the installation. You can directly do this one. So from tomorrow, try to join in your system. Okay, for everyone, because the thing is that the programming language is not only for listening purpose. It's more or all, like practicing. So while I'm doing something here, you also try to practice that one. Then only you can identify the things. Okay, guys. So practice is very important in programming language. I hope you understand. So hereafter, our class will be like, we will after finishing, we have to have a summary of our class, as well as after finishing the basic topics, every day we will have practicals. So from starting with small practicals and giving you some code to identify the things, we will go slowly with that one. So please join with your laptops, I mean systems. Okay, guys.
Yeah, sure.
So tomorrow we will do the installation again, no problem. And one more thing, tomorrow I won't be available. So we will meet on Friday again. Okay, guys? Is that any issue for you?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So tomorrow there is no session. So Friday we will be like meet back. So up to this one, do you guys have any doubt?
What about editor? Editor, should we download it or it comes automatically with the Python
I
installation?
will tell you in the class itself. That will be a better option, right? We need to, add some extensions and all, so that I will directly do in the class.
Okay,
Is it fine?
fine.
Yeah. So from your machine, I will do it. So help me with that one. So today we just finished the introduction and how in the backend how Python is working like that. So have some, you can surf from the net and you can find some more things. And if you have any doubt means you can ask me in the class in the basic levels. Okay, guys. From we are starting with the basic level, so you can ask me whatever doubt you got. You can ask me. So surf something and come on Friday.
Right.
Okay, guys.
So
We will
would
meet
you
on Friday.
question? Would you post recording again tomorrow morning or earlier?
Again tomorrow morning, because here it is 10 o'clock, right? So office won't be available, so they will post you like 11 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Okay.
Every day it will happen like that. Okay. Okay, guys, we'll meet you on Friday. Take care. Bye.